It's Monday, May 19th, and you're listening to the Three Nerds in a Basement podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Blaven.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show, where we talk about all the cool things in the world. Big shout outs to Queen Victoria, because it is Victoria Day today.
Yo, Queen Victoria, my girl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thanks for the fireworks. Thanks for this land we call Canada.
She gave us fireworks. She invented fireworks.
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Here we go.
It wasn't the Chinese. It was her taking a vacation.
No wonder. No wonder it's Victoria Day. She gave us fireworks.
Exactly. On this week's episode, we will be talking about the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Picks of the week will revolve around a couple Watch Dogs pranks, some movie trailers, and a disconnected Xbox One.
Oh! But
there we go.
Just on the pun train today.
Yes, I am. Then in our weeks, we'll just catch up on what we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we just came off of recording our tniab Google Hangout, and I definitely recommend all of you who are listening to the audio podcast to go onto the YouTube channel and check that out. You can find links to the stream over at typeve3.podbean.com or our Facebook page, which will be posted eventually. So let's get on with the show.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla 2014. That came out.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the movie, you were correct, yes.
It stars
wait.
Bryan Cranston,
I could do this. Yeah, you're right. Bryan Cranston.
Godzilla.
Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Elizabeth Olsen, which is not one of the Olsen twins.
I thought she was.
No, she's not one of the twins. She's the younger sister.
Oh. TJ's giving me a look like I'm an idiot.
Like, we all know who Mary-Kate and Ashley are.
Come on. Yeah, like she didn't look like the twins.
No.
I didn't know they were still
I didn't know they're still related.
Yeah, she's the youngest sister.
Which is crazy because him, Aaron Taylor Johnson and her are going to be Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in
I know, I told these two at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I told my friend too. High five, Vince. We're the cool guys.
Yeah.
These guys aren't cool. These guys aren't cool, I said.
Husband,
These
wife,
guys are
and
cool.
then brother, sister.
Yeah.
The incest is strong.
This is strong in this one. Well, they do have the sort of incest thing anyway in the actual
They
comics.
do have this sort of like,
I love you, brother, I love you, sister kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's
But
kinda,
they love too much.
Yeah.
it is like Shakespearean-like in that,
Yeah, that's why House of M happened, because Magneto off Quicksilver, she's like, nope, not going to happen.
Oh, wow.
And then she's like, reset everything.
Yeah. But anyways, back on track.
Yo.
Directed by Gareth Edwards. And this is the first Godzilla movie in 10 years. Final Wars was 2004.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Who was the final war?
Yes. So, with that out of the way, I want to know before we talk about this Godzilla movie, what is your background with Godzilla, Blaven?
Lots. I watch a lot of Godzilla. I watched Godzilla versus everybody, basically. I even watched some of the older ones, which was painful.
Like the
old ones.
Wow.
Yeah. But I like Godzilla a lot. I always liked them since I was a kid. I thought the posters were the coolest thing ever.
The posters?
Yeah, the posters were sweet.
They were.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It was just always like paint. Like it was kind of like Star Wars style.
Yeah.
It was always painted and Godzilla
Yeah.
was like on there. But I mean, man, Godzilla's like is one of my favorite movie franchises.
You would say he's like a childhood hero.
Yeah, because he's just Godzilla, you know?
Okay.
He's just there.
He's the king of the
He
monsters.
just battles all the
Mhm.
time. And he looks so simple. And everybody looks so crazy looking. Like Gigan, who has like chainsaws and a chainsaw on his belly. It's Vince's favorite.
What?
I
Yeah.
hate this guy.
And
I
then
hate him.
just Godzilla offs all of them, you know?
Yeah.
And he even like hangs out with Mothra and they go to bars and like hang out or whatever. And just good times.
Cool.
Mecha Godzilla.
That was an episode of Cheers.
Yeah.
Which Mecha Godzilla?
The one with the beam cannons on his shoulder,
Okay, yeah.
obviously.
I was gonna say like, wait, we gotta straighten this one out.
There's more than one.
Yeah, and like it's just awesome. I love Godzilla a lot.
Okay, Anthony, your background on Godzilla?
I always knew Godzilla existed.
Oh,
And like I had a Godzilla toy once, I think.
yeah.
And like I always heard about the different villains like through hearsay and reading about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I never actually watched any of the old movies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Godzilla 2000,
Mhm.
that the last American made one.
Oh, you mean the
Matthew Broderick one?
that one?
Yeah,
The John Iguana?
yeah, and I didn't like that.
Okay.
That was bad.
Okay.
But like over the years, I've gotten to know more about Godzilla, but I still haven't actually watched any of the
Oh,
any of
okay.
the older movies.
Probably like it.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, also, I've watched the music video for Beastie Boys Intergalactic, and I think Godzilla's in that.
I don't think I've seen that video. Yeah. My background myself, I'm nowhere near as big a fan as you, Blaven. I've more so gotten to Godzilla a lot more recently, I would say.
Mhm.
Probably within the past 10 years
Mhm.
is when I started learning about Godzilla and stuff. But yeah, no, Godzilla's really cool. He's a cool giant monster.
He just punches things.
Yeah, I mean, I will say if I had to choose, I always pick Reptar over Godzilla. But
Oh, cute. But Reptar is guts.
yeah, I know, right? So there we go. Okay, Blaven. The audience wants to know because you are the biggest fan. What did you think about this movie,
Man,
Godzilla 2014?
I love this movie.
Oh
a lot.
boy, oh boy.
I did.
All right.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. What about you guys? I know, but like we'll talk about it all at once. I guess
It was fun.
it's fun.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
But anybody who's looking for like anything more than that is going to be severely disappointed.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it took too long to show Godzilla,
Yeah.
or not just show him, but show him in action,
Mhm.
like rather than cutting away during fights and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was stupid fun.
Vince.
I have trouble. I don't know if I like this movie or if I dislike. Well, I don't not like this movie. I don't know if I like this movie though.
Hmm.
It had its moments, I'll totally admit,
Mhm.
but there are things about it that I found incredibly problematic. Do you want to spoil this movie?
Sure.
Spoiler tag, spoiler warning.
Okay, here's the spoiler
Wah,
tag.
wah, wah.
The movie is broken up into 3 arcs. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved the opening arc with Bryan Cranston, and he was just like this obsessed scientist, and he was on this mission, and then for the first monster reveal, I was in. I was ready for this movie to take me away. And then he died.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't like. You saw it coming?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was gonna happen or not, but the minute he left the movie, I just lost interest. There's from the moment he dies to the moment they're halo jumping in the final sequence, that entire part of the movie could have just been taken out and I wouldn't have cared.
Mm.
It would have been the same movie to me.
Mhm.
I think my problem is it's the main character and his problems are just too dumb. Like his issues, and you know what? All the humans are too dumb. This is National Geographic. Only we get to see what the cameraman's doing while he's waiting.
There are a lot of points in the movies where I was like, why are you doing these actions?
Yeah, like and then there's even points where it's just like when Godzilla makes his first appearance on Oahu. Is that where they're?
the Hawaiian island.
Yeah. Or Honolulu. When he comes in, his wake makes a giant tsunami.
Yeah.
He does it in San Francisco. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right, and it just then one of the the villain monsters is just rampaging through Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a sequence next where it's in the dark in the bridge, and suddenly this monster is going all stealth under a bridge,
Yeah.
and it's just like, what?
So
No,
stealth.
this is dumb.
So stealth.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then when the end of the movie came and Godzilla appeared, the movie got simultaneously better and worse in that it was what I wanted. It was just fights and like ridiculous fights too. Like there wasn't like, oh, this is a real monster trying to like do it. No, they're two idiot monsters going at it like idiots.
Just smashing
Yeah.
stuff with their small brains.
But when they introduced that, it's like you just threw away all the seriousness you tried to play up in the first two halves or the first two parts of this movie, and it just renders everything else before it pointless.
Mhm.
And it made me feel like, oh, I don't know, I really like what I'm seeing, but you just, damn it, this movie is pointless.
Okay, so with unlike you guys, like I really like
Yeah.
the human parts, but I think I took another spin on it. I thought that the whole human element could have been avoided if they listened to the Japanese professor.
Okay, so Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, me and my friend were in there. We're like, wait a minute. If they just did what he said and just let him fight, this would have been solved.
Yeah.
The whole problem was their own bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We're like, oh, wait a minute. And no, to me, it's like Aaron Johnson was only trying to solve a problem they created.
Yeah.
And that's terrible for him. So I didn't really see it as like a. I know, like, I really like I never usually like the human stuff, but I really like this one just because, like, this is actually something to think about when you have a monster attack or whatever.
No, see, I understand that. It's
Yeah.
just what's his actual character name?
I forget his name.
Well, whoever Aaron Johnson plays,
Yeah.
like the whole military. I didn't care at all.
Mm.
You know, there's a moment in the movie where he gets stranded with this Japanese kid.
Yeah.
For what?
That part was it was just for added tension.
Yeah.
It was just like, now he has to take care of this kid,
And
so now we can put this kid in perilous
He
situations.
doesn't even reunite the kid. The kid goes off and finds his own parents.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, when Aaron Taylor just magically appears with his kid.
Yeah.
They don't show the scene of him being reunited with his kid. And it's like, you had enough focus to show that Japanese kid being reunited with his family, but our star character, you're just going to cut that out.
I think it's implied that he got this kid because they went to the same shelter.
I know, but I think that's something you'd want to see, right? Like, he's been traveling from Japan back to San Francisco, and I don't know.
I guess for as much human element as they put in the beginning, you were like, it was weird that they cut out so much at the end.
Yeah, like at the beginning when they go back to their Japanese home, and like the way that they juxtapose the little boy was making a birthday sign for Aaron Taylor, and when they go back to the house, Bryan Cranston sees the birthday sign that is like, I was like, that's so heartfelt, and I'm like, oh, that's great.
You mean Aaron Taylor made it for his brother?
Pardon?
He made it for his dad.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And then when his dad sees it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the scene just after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's heart touching stuff, and I'm just like, they threw it all out. They just didn't care.
Yeah. The other thing too is that I disagree with you guys. I did like that they showed Godzilla very little. I know this is like so like.
Oh no, I agree with you.
I wasn't expecting like major fights like Pacific Rim, but to me anyway, the minute that they showed Godzilla, and they didn't show the fight in Hawaii, I was glad. I was actually glad. Like it was just like you were just making it so that I have to wait longer, and then when it finally comes, I hope it's sweet, and it was so sweet.
It was very
No,
sweet.
you're right.
Yeah,
Like,
that fight was awesome.
Like
great.
they only used his breath twice, and that was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the two best uses of the breath I've ever seen.
The second breath.
No, the first breath was the best because you knew what was going on before it even showed it. He was just glowing blue, and then his tail started glowing up to his right. Yeah. And it's stuff like good. That, right? Yeah. If it was like overdone and they kept showing Godzilla, it wouldn't have meant as much.
Yeah, no.
And especially the end where he just like made him eat it, just like,
literally made him eat flame.
That was sick.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
and the whole thing also, my friend was like, how come like, well, a friend of mine was like, oh, it's too bad for that guy. The guy always, the fight always follows him, right? I'm like, that is the staple trope of Godzilla movies. Wherever the main characters are, Godzilla and his battle is there.
Yeah.
Just so happens.
Like, there are some dumb things I can ignore because I'm like, okay, they're just trying to be pay respects to the original Godzilla.
Yeah.
And that stuff I can get. Yeah. It's just some of the story elements are just like, I don't get it. But you're right, like, the way, like, this movie is filmed and the amount of attention they bring in with, like, just the way they cut, like, certain scenes you only ever see from like a first person's perspective, like inside the school bus, and because of that view, that window, you can only see like Godzilla's half his face.
Yeah.
Right? Or the way they bring in the sound properly. Like, it's very.
I really like the part where he's walking through and all the lights are out in Oahu or whatever.
Yeah.
And they fired the flares and it was just the side of his bike.
Yeah, like, that's great.
Walking. That was cool.
Yeah. That's great.
And I love how they just said that he's always been around and he's just going out for food.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm hungry. There's dudes running around, dude bros that I can eat.
I said it on the car ride home. He's just a nature cop.
I love it. I love that he's just a nature cop.
Yeah, he's like, hey, this is gonna get out of control real fast. I gotta put an end to
it. We also taglined him as like nice guy Godzilla because when he was running into the boat, he dove underneath.
Yeah,
and then when he's in the thing, he stopped. I kind of want to do that whole bridge scene with like a voiceover and be like, oh no guys, sorry, I'm moving around, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hit you guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and like a lot of the things were like, Godzilla never really, he was never like just destroying stuff for no reason.
For lulz.
Yeah, and he was always going after these bugs. And every time that Godzilla destroyed something, it was because the humans were like, oh man, look at him standing there, better shoot at him. And I'm like, what are you... Like, that's why he walked through the Golden Gate Bridge, was because they're just like, let's shoot our ship cannons at it, because he skillfully dodged all of us. Like,
it was weird. I think Ken Watanabe said it best. Let him fight.
Just let him fight, and then
He had the best expression throughout the whole movie. He was just tired and like excited every time he saw something. He's like, "Oh man."
The thing about Ken Watanabe is like, man, as much as I love how he was in this movie, I feel like he only was hired so he could be the stereotypical Japanese.
Yeah.
oh, no doubt.
So he could just say Godzilla in a Japanese
that
accent.
that was the best.
Godzilla.
It's like we called him Gojira, and we're like, ah!
And I was just like, oh man, like I know this is supposed to be great, but they're just making fun of you, Mr. Watanabe. Like,
I hope you know.
yeah,
I
Honestly,
hope you know when you're collecting that.
It was
paycheck,
also
but-
fun because the theater I was at, everybody were nerds,
Yeah.
and everybody was laughing when he said it. We were like, "Woo!" He said
Our
Gojira.
theater had a lot of just regular people.
we had a lot of kids.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
And then the really cool thing too is that I thought that this was gonna be from the trailers. It seemed like I thought this was gonna be another Godzilla, and they killed the original one from that huge bomb.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's just the same one.
Yeah.
He just ate it. He
He's just
ate
like,
the
guys, come
radiation.
on, what do you guys doing? And yeah, it just shows. That's how it usually is in Godzilla movies. The humans make the mistake, and Godzilla has to clean up all our messes.
To nature cop.
Yeah.
He's just so resilient.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna Photoshop him with a police hat and a baton.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments where like,
He's taking a beating.
yeah, they're stabbing him and like biting him. Like, how come he has like no?
And then he just falls
Flesh
asleep,
wounds.
and then he just leaves.
Yeah,
He's like,
That's just his regen, man.
I love it.
he just pulled a Wolverine.
And then he ignores everyone. He's like, "Oh man, thanks for the nap, dudes." You
So,
bros."
so when he got up, I was surprised that no one shot him.
Yeah, exactly. Because they shot him at every other instant.
Yeah. I was like, come on, no. Don't tell me you believe that he's some sort of like...
And then
his
the
heart
news
is in the
story
right-
is like King
yeah.
of the Monsters. Did he really?
I
save
love
us?
that one, the King of the Monsters
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And remember, he just gets up, looks at around. He's like, "Are we good here?"
You good? You guys? You okay?
Are we good
All right,
here?
sick. I'm gonna go back into the ocean.
I love how they did his tail whip too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
The tail. I liked all of his animations because the way he moved and the way everything happened.
Yeah.
It felt like it felt like he looked like he was just a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like everything had this like destructive force behind it. Like
Yeah.
the tail whip had that leg, and then it would come in and just wreck
and
everything.
he crushes himself.
Yeah, he crushes himself with the skyscraper.
Okay. Oh, so just after that scene when the skyscraper's falling, right?
Yeah.
And there's a scene where Aaron Taylor's walking in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
And there's a huge Godzilla face.
Yeah.
He's like lying down.
Yeah.
I was really hoping Godzilla was going to talk.
Oh
like Optimus Prime with the sand,
no,
be
no,
like,
no.
run.
no! You know what I thought he was gonna do?
What?
I bestow upon you the power of fire. He's gonna do the one on his head, one on his chest. Give him a fire bending.
Yeah, like it was just this big Godzilla face, and the dude was just looking at him like, "Oh,
Because
please."
doesn't he look
Oh, then
like?
secretly it turns into a Last Airbender movie.
Yeah, because doesn't he look like the big thing
Yeah,
in the Avatar thing?
yeah.
the giant turtle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything changed when the Fire
Nation
Nation attacked.
Oh man, yeah. So that was crazy. I like the Mutos. They look cool.
Yeah.
Were
I
the
like-
Mutos in the older movies? Or are they original for
I
this?
don't know.
I think they're inspired, but not really.
Okay.
I really like the progression that they had. That it was an egg, then a larvae, and they were just
Yeah, that was
doing
really
the
cool.
larvae, and it was EMPing
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
over and over again. I thought that was like a really cool thing that they did.
Yeah, no, I like that. I liked how it was basically forbidden love story, and Godzilla was the whole. This is what happens when you have unprotected sex.
Wait, what?
Yeah, true. The real victims were the Mutos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's forbidden.
Like-
It's Romeo and Juliet.
but Godzilla's in the way.
And then like they had it rough. Like first they were separated and then they met each other.
And then they were like,
And then they're
snuggling.
like, we're gonna have all these eggs, and then the human was like, I'm gonna burn all your babies. And then he kills all the babies.
And Godzilla's
then-
like, oh,
And the guy was like, damn, that's my bro. And then he impales the male and then decapitates the female.
oh man, he was holding her head after.
Yeah, that was
and
the
just dropped it like a mic.
I felt bad. Yeah, I felt bad because that whole sequence, that whole fire breathing sequence, I was just laughing.
Yeah, 'cause
Right? And no one else was in the theater was laughing. And I was like, oh my god,
Okay,
I gotta stop.
It's funny in our theater, everyone was like cheering. They were just like, whoa!
Yeah.
He was shooting it for a good 5 seconds. Just
Yeah,
like,
it was just. "Ah."
Yeah. Okay. So that ending, I was like, I didn't know what I was expecting, but I was like, oh, I was thrown off guard
Yeah.
when he started pulling the jaw. I'm like, are you
I thought he was gonna rip him open.
Yeah, and then when he did the fire breath, I'm like, this
Yeah.
movie is so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah, when his black started glowing blue.
But it's dumb in like the best way.
Oh yeah, it's Pacific Rim dumb.
Yeah, it's Pacific Rim dumb.
I'm just saying that the beginning of this movie is not at all indicative of that dumbness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you guys catch the little Mothra tribute that they had?
No.
So when they were going back to the house, They were showing like a broken insect glass thing that they had, and it said something's Mothra on it.
Oh,
on
really?
The paper, yeah.
That's
I don't know how I
nice.
noticed it, yeah, but it was there.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. All right, so I think I'll give this one a 5, man. It was
Oh,
just
you're
sick.
giving a 5.
Man, it was just sick.
All right, Anthony.
I gave it a 4. Like, it was like one of the most fun times I've had at the movies this year.
Yeah.
But
Really?
yeah, but like yeah, there was some really stupid things that take it away from being a 5.
Yeah. I give it a 3, just because from the way this movie opened up, I was kind of hoping for a more serious, toned down movie.
Mm-hmm.
What I got was not what I wanted, but I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is that hopefully when they make Godzilla toys, it comes with a decapitated Muto.
Oh my god. Complete your own Muto.
Yeah.
You put the Muto
Just
together,
complete the scene.
and you can rip off the head to recreate scenes.
I only want the head. I just want my Godzilla holding the head.
And the
Yeah, like
Muto can
these-
glow blue, so that you can just show like you're blowing it up. Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I just loved it. It had just enough Sephiroth.
Had just enough Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he did make a short appearance, but it was an appearance. So
Yeah.
I agree.
Wait, what?
All right, let's move into our picks of the week. So I'm gonna open up this one, and I got 2 picks.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
First one is the Shizuoka Hobby Show. It's probably the biggest hobby show in Japan.
Is this like the E3 of toys?
It's the E3 of model kits.
Damn.
And they revealed a lot of cool things. I'm only going to cover the Bandai stuff because I don't really want to talk about World War II tanks and planes
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Big announcement. Guys, Build Fighter Season 2 is in production.
Is in win mode.
So hopefully this fall, next season Build Fighters, set your GP base. I'm ready.
They'll have customs of customs.
And then they showed off like all the new ones coming, which really exciting. The big news that come out of Bandai though is so you guys know all the different grades of Gundam model kits?
Is this a quiz? Like, are we gonna
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
high grade,
There you go.
master grade,
That's 2.
perfect grade,
Great.
real grade?
There you go.
I don't know anymore.
Okay, those are the 4 major
Metal
ones.
build.
No, that's not
No.
a model kit.
Okay.
There's Mega Size.
What?
It's not really a grade, it's just their biggest version. It's
Okay.
1/48 scale. And then there's first/advanced grade or no grade.
What are those?
Like the cheapest kits you can buy.
Oh, like.
They're basically, you assemble them so that they just stand there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like they don't really move or anything. Bandai's announced a brand new grade.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what it's going to be called?
Kinda perfect grade.
No.
Mini grade.
Sort of master.
Nope.
Super deformed.
No, that already exists.
Yeah, that already exists. I don't
But
know.
like they're high grade super deformed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know.
You want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, it starts with the R.
Realist grade.
No, but that's what a lot of people thought it was going to be. I'll tell you. It's Reborn 100.
What?
I don't understand.
There's not grade in that title.
I know, it's dumb. So, remember when I told you real grade was they want to take everything from their more expensive kits and tone it down to a small price point?
Yeah.
This one is going to be a master grade sized kit, but only for the really big Gundam designs.
Mhm.
So Blaven will know the Nightingale.
Oh, Jesus. What
Right.
about it? Yeah.
So they finally said we're going to do the Nightingale in master grade size. But it's not a master grade. What they've done is they said the outside will be all fantastic and look great, super good parts, but the inside is bare bones.
Okay.
So
What?
for them, it's a lot of ways that they can make these really big kits while keeping the prices down. It's had mixed thoughts because a lot of people, if you're gonna make something like that, they want it to be like the end all be all everything. But Bandai realizes, no, we want to make money, so we got to keep the prices down. And so yeah, think of it as a supercar with a Honda Civic for an engine.
You know what? I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So it's a Honda, or it's like a tuned out Honda Civic, but they only spent money on body kits.
So yeah, I guess you can do that. Yeah, it's better if I say it's a Lambo with a Honda inside.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because then you'll really understand.
So you can pop the hood and be like, oh.
Yeah,
Oh no.
you'd be like
Four
"Oh."
cylinders.
Yeah, so that's cool. Other toy news, guys. 1/6 scale Captain Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, $175 by this company called QMX, who have never made a 1/6 figure.
So how many buying? 2, 3, 4?
Well, I'm gonna need one that I'm gonna open, one that I'm gonna keep sealed, one that I'm gonna get signed, and then one that I'm just gonna need for
Just in
travel
case.
purposes.
Travel?
Come with you?
No, that's your the one you take and you Instagram with. You take pictures of it, and Malcolm Reynolds is with you.
Yeah. So it'll be in my car permanently in the glove box.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like somewhere and I need to take a selfie with
It's Malcolm Reynolds?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Brown coat tonight. I'm at Niagara Falls.
Exactly.
And then boom.
And boom.
So I'm excited for that. Of course, I think the biggest news this week was the Xbox news. Microsoft has announced that they are removing the Kinect from the Xbox One.
What?
This also means that their price will be $3.99, not $4.99.
Yeah, and what you showed me is that in Canada it is still $3.99.
Yes.
And it's not $4.50.
Yes.
What?
So that in places like Canada and other European countries, the Xbox One is actually cheaper than the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about this? How do I feel about this?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Well, as a veteran of early adopting on everything, I've had my share of, damn, I paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So this doesn't really affect me. The only thing that really upsets me is that it means that any game that had Xbox Kinect in mind is effectively done. And like I was always been that supporter of, oh, I can't wait for the day when like I'm playing Madden and I could talk to my coach through voice commands and he can relay me real plays.
You know, here's something really funny.
Uh.
Mikey, okay, he has, what is it, NBA, whatever,
Yeah.
for PS4.
Yeah.
And since he has a camera,
Yeah.
he can make commands.
Yeah.
He swore once and they gave
You
him
got a technical foul, yeah.
Oh wow.
You see, like things like that, like I've those kind of things really excite me. And now that like they've effectively said, sorry, Kinect is an optional thing now, means that the push for development in those types of areas are
Kind of gone.
Yeah, they're kind of gone, and that disappoints me more than anything.
That's exactly what disappoints me.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys saw Mass Effect with Kinect running, where you could just tell your
Yeah, it's cool. Like move forward.
Yeah, and you can tell them to attack, and it's like it was very basic, but like if progression was going to happen, then in a couple years' time, it could have been really cool. But
and that was the thing with the Xbox 360. Like a lot of the limitations for developers there was that not every console had a hard drive. And that was a big thing. Like you can't make your game this big thing and then have a bunch of data installed to the disk because not everyone has a hard drive. Yeah. And now that not everyone is going to have a Kinect, the big AAA developers they're not really going to try and push the Kinect because not everybody has it. And if they kind of alienate a certain consumer base for their $100 million game, it's not fiscally responsible on their half.
Yeah.
I would really have wanted to play Xbox and play Magic on it and just tell it commands while I'm eating or something. You know, tap 2 planes, play this card.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with you would have wanted it so that you could have your face there while you're playing.
No, I'm good with that. That was very bad when it happened with the iToy on Magic.
Oh.
Yeah, when Burnout had the iToy, Burnout Paradise, a lot of pictures of butts, and a lot of pictures of penises.
But you expect that. It was an emerging thing.
Yeah,
right?
True.
When people first learned about, video chatting on
They're
MSN.
Like, gotta put our dicks up on here.
But now that Skype is like,
a thing.
There's a thing, or FaceTime's a thing, no one does that.
Actually,
don't tell me.
There is now, apparently, I read on, it was Vice.com.
Yeah.
There is a new emerging market for FaceTime girls.
Oh.
So it's not like like webcam girls where you buy time to talk with girls that get naked.
No way.
But it's for FaceTime instead.
Wow.
Yes. I'm in.
I'm gonna have to research this.
Yeah, me too.
In depth.
In depth.
Yeah. But there are positives to not having the Kinect anymore. Of course, the price.
Yeah.
A lot of people, if you didn't buy an Xbox One because you thought $500 too much money.
Yep.
But you wanted to play Titanfall, well, there you go, $400. The other thing too is it's gonna have to force them to change their UI, which I can't wait for because the UI at the moment just doesn't work.
No.
So like it is dependent on voice, and if they have to change it to conventional UI, then I'm happy with that. I think it's dumb that when you push the middle button in the middle of any game, it brings you all the way back out to your start menu.
What?
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, so it's weird. The other thing too is without the Kinect, it means that the Xbox One won't have to suffer the power gap anymore.
What do you mean?
well, the Kinect takes up I think like 15% of the Xbox One's horsepower,
Oh, okay.
and so
interesting.
without it, it should be able to bridge the gap to the PS4.
That'll be interesting to see, like, if there are certain games where you have to play with the Kinect unplugged.
See, that's my only issue is like, or it probably won't unplug, it'll just disconnect it.
Yeah.
Like, it'll just disable it.
Mhm.
But that'll be weird, because if there's one thing I still use the Kinect for, it is, I always say Xbox, record that. And, like, if that's going to happen in one of these big budget games and suddenly my Kinect doesn't work, I'm like, oh, well.
Then it's like, what's the point of the Kinect?
Yeah.
Like, right now, the Kinect, I didn't think had any really... Like, it was
Value?
cool.
Yeah.
It didn't really have any value, but I really admired Microsoft for pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it really... The way they pushed it, that everybody has a Kinect, it's bundled in,
Yep.
it really pushed it for innovation.
Mm-hmm.
But now they kind of killed their previous statements of innovation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're trying to get at now.
So, the other thing, I guess, is they were getting dominated by Sony, right?
They were
Getting
like
domed.
the sales
They were
were
getting dominated.
like not even just like Japanese markets, like even American.
I think in Japan, neither consoles are selling.
It's still like PS2s over there.
Oh, dude, it's like 3DSs, man.
3DSs and Vitas.
Yeah. But no, so they had to do something to change. And I just can't believe it. They didn't even try 6 months. Like, it's been just under half a year, and they're like, nope, we're going to switch it out.
It's a very drastic change.
Yeah, I think the good news is that they didn't make this announcement at E3, which means that they must be really confident in their games lineup. Because I suppose...
They announced Halo 5.
Yeah, but they have a whole nother stuff that they probably haven't announced. I mean, I think they've been saying they have a lot of Japanese developers on board. What if that whole, like... What's that? Project Beast was an Xbox One exclusive,
Oh, yeah.
right? That could be. You never know. The other thing the Microsoft announced is that for Xbox Live, they are reverting, or they're just copying what PlayStation does now, where you don't need Xbox Live if you want to use Twitch, YouTube.
We don't need Xbox Gold.
Yeah, you don't need Xbox Gold, sorry, yeah. So Xbox Gold will strictly be just to play games online now. Much like PlayStation Plus minus the games.
PlayStation, you don't even need PlayStation Plus to use Netflix and stuff. So.
No. I mean, like, you know how the only reason you buy PlayStation Plus.
Oh, it's to play on PS4. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because you have to have PlayStation Plus on PS4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's that, which is cool. I appreciate that. But yeah.
Yeah, it was really. I was waiting for this podcast. I was hoping you'd pick it for your pick. It's an interesting choice, and it kind of shapes the way for the Xbox One's future.
Yeah, like I don't know if it was the smartest choice, but it was the choice they had to make at the moment if they wanted to be competitive.
It's a choice that I'm excited to see where it leads. Like if it just like backfires on them hardcore, then it sucks. But
yeah, it's basically the choice that
they'll define the future.
Choice that you needed, but not one you deserved.
Not one we deserved.
That's right, Superman. What?
Thanks, Dumbledore.
It's Captain America, okay?
God. Sorry. Okay, Blaven, what's your pick of the week?
So my pick of the week is a movie.
Oh.
It's called A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Okay.
And this movie is a comedy brought to you by the creator of Ted, which was Seth MacFarlane, the guy who made Family Guy.
He also does he play someone on?
Yeah, he plays Brian.
Oh,
and Stewie, I think, too.
So he plays the dog and the baby?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he's having conversations with himself in that show.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like the look of this movie. It's basically him as a sheep farmer, and Liam Neeson's the badass gunslinger, and he has to challenge him, and it seems pretty fun. It's a comedy. It's an R-rated comedy, obviously. Charlize Theron is in it.
Yep.
Sarah Silverman, Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, wow.
And as I said, Liam Neeson. So, yeah, it looks really good. Check out the trailer if you can. I'm looking forward to seeing a comedy because I heard the latest comedy out is pretty good, Neighbors.
Yeah, I heard that's amazing.
Yeah, I heard it's sick. So I kind of want to see that too.
Yeah.
When I first saw the movie trailer in the theater for A Million Ways to Die, I laughed so hard. Like the whole theater was pretty much in tears.
Yeah.
Because of that trailer. I really want to see this movie.
Let's just hope that not all their best jokes were in that trailer.
Yeah, right? That's always the thing with comedy movies. Is like, did you just show me all the highlights?
Yeah. Another pick I had is that it just got announced today, but there is a new Magic set coming out this fall.
Really?
Called Khans of Takir.
Takir.
And apparently it's the homeworld of the Planeswalker Sarkhan Vol, the Dragon Master. the red, green, black guy,
Okay.
and it's based like kind of Chinese and Mongolian type stuff. It's like, yeah, so like,
A lot of dragons in this set.
yeah, it looks like it. So I think it's gonna be a cool set. So can't wait to see what's this one gonna be.
Dragons
about.
are always dope.
Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be a good set. Can't wait.
Very
So,
cool.
Yep.
Anthony, what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is a prank. So
Pranku.
Ubisoft is making Watch Dogs, yes?
Ubisoft. Yes.
Yeah, Ubisoft. They're making Watch Dogs, and the game's all about, it's like a open world GTA style, and you can hack anything
Yes.
and get into people's personal business. And so the prank was, they bought out like a storefront, and they set up like this fake cell phone shop.
Yeah.
And they had a sign that said you can have cell phone repairs in 15 minutes or less.
Yeah.
And when people came in, he went and fixed their phone, but he also did a thing where he put a fake app on it.
Yeah.
And it was like the one in Watch Dogs where he's like, I put an app on here for free. Check it out. You can hack anything. Like, check out these lights. Press the button, lights are off. Press the button, lights are on. And then they're like, oh, then it escalates from there.
Yeah.
And so it's just showing these people's reaction of like scary technology. They did ATM. Like, he just pressed the button at an ATM and they made money fly out the ATM.
Wow.
They pressed the button at cars and unlocked every car on the street.
Whoa.
The big finale was that he pressed a button on streetlights and it turned all 4 streetlights green, and they had a crew to crash into each other.
Oh
Right?
man.
And people were freaking out. It was
Oh.
it was a really cool prank. And I wanted to put this up because like this is one of the Watch Dogs is one of the things that scares me the most about technology.
Mhm.
Like, if in a future where that can happen, where technology can be happen, like technology is so important now. Like imagine someone hacking into someone's pacemaker
Mhm.
and just shutting it off.
Yeah.
Like it's really scary, and it's like a really weird future. So
it is the future.
it's a dark future, but like that's actually a thing that people are worried about.
Mhm.
And so it was a cool prank. It was like it's all fun and games, but it made me think about just like it's really scary what he did. That he just straight up changed streetlights. So,
Crazy.
I recommend watching it. It's really cool.
Are you guys excited for Watch Dogs?
No.
No, I'm not.
I am. I want to play it on a current gen console,
Mm.
but I'm really excited for like the Dark Souls-esque, just random drop in multiplayer where you can invade
Oh,
people's worlds and hack
yeah.
them and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I thought I was excited for it, but I've been playing Assassin's Creed and like,
I'm done with
if
it.
they I'm done with that game. And like, if Watch Dogs is basically this with the gimmick swapped out, I don't know if I would really want to play it anymore.
I still gotta play 3,
Don't bother, just play 4. Just be a pirate.
but I want to be a Native American.
No.
See, this is why I stick to cardboard, and if it's the plastic, can't hurt us.
Can't hurt us at all.
Cardboard doesn't jump on my neck trying to kill me.
Until
Turn off my pacemaker. You can't do it.
Till paper cuts me when I'm sorting.
The worst.
Cuts you in the webbing. It's like, no.
Yes.
When I'm sleeving it up, oh,
Oh my god.
it just misses the gap. And it cuts my finger.
Oh Jesus.
Before we get into the picks of the week, did you guys see the Flash trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for
I like
that.
his
too.
costume.
Me too. I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
I like the small trailer better than the long trailer.
Yes.
I
The
didn't
small
see the long
trailer,
trailer.
the small trailer was hilarious.
Where it's just the Green Arrow shooting the...
Yeah, he's
I
so
know.
pale in comparison to
Yeah.
the Flash.
And Flash is like, yeah!
Does-
He's such a little immature kid.
I love it.
Does
Yeah.
the Flash show up in Arrow?
Yeah, that's how he's born.
Oh, okay.
He's born in Arrow.
What season?
Season 2.
All right.
He actually shows up at near the beginning, like the first half of season 2.
I'm like halfway through season 1.
And then he gets hit by lightning.
But I couldn't-
That's how it happens?
What? That's how it always happens.
That's how it always happens?
Yeah. He
Why do you think his thing is a lightning
He
bolt?
gets hit by lightning and then falls into the vat of chemicals, and then he becomes a Flash.
Oh, so it's like a perfect mixture of accidents.
Yeah, it's it's sugar spice, everything nice kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. And then Chemical X happens.
Actually, no, it is very similar to the Sugar Spice, the way they do it in the show. Like,
Yeah.
he's in a room full of like a chemistry lab.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And then the lightning hits and things go slow-mo and all the chemicals swirl around him.
And then the chemicals all have like funny labels.
Yeah.
Sugar, spice, and everything.
Yeah. And then he's in a coma.
That's that Chemical X. That's the Chemical X that put him in a coma.
Yeah. And his waking up is supposed to be season 1.
Yeah.
So. That's cool. All right then, let's move on to our weeks.
Yo. Hello, listeners. Do you enjoy hearing Anthony talk about his digital dreams, Vince's plastic preferences, or my cardboard crack addiction? Well, we'd like to hear about all your pastimes too. Send us some letters at tniab.letters@gmail.com. After all, your letters are part of the coolest things in the world too.
Okay, so this week, Anthony, you can open it up. Tell me what you've been up to, what you've been playing, what you've been seeing, what you've been eating.
So since last week, I've been watching a lot of TV
Oh, right, because
of hashtag #HealthyClavicle.
yeah.
And I finished I finished season 3 of Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, that show is still really funny. I still
Alright.
think it's one of the best sitcoms, like animated sitcoms on TV.
Okay.
I also watched Keanu Reeves' directorial debut, Man of Tai Chi,
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh baby.
you know what I want to watch? Cheesy kung fu films.
Oh no.
And I got a cheesy
no.
kung fu film.
Was it not good?
It was all the tropes, all the stereotypes.
Oh yeah.
It was a kid who practices Tai Chi, but he's fed up with it not being a style, like a fighting style, and he wants to enter tournaments so that he can save his dojo from bankruptcy.
Oh boy. Oh,
And
no.
Keanu Reeves is the evil white man in China, and he offers what is it? Tiger Chen, the
His
main
name's
character.
Tiger Chen?
Tiger Chen, the main character. He offers him.
Oh my god.
He offers him to fight for Keanu Reeves in these like underground fights,
I just don't know.
and eventually it turns into death fights, and Keanu Reeves makes him question his morality, of like, are you gonna kill me or are you gonna keep with your master and like spare me or whatever?
Wow.
And it's like all this tropes of any Chinese action movie you've ever seen. That being said, the fight choreography is really good.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I don't know what it is about Keanu Reeves, but no matter what he does, he will always be the cheesiest thing in a movie.
Yeah.
Like when I went to go see 47 Ronin, and he was the main character of that, like all cheese. Everybody else was fine, but as
Yeah.
soon as they focus on Keanu Reeves, for some reason, it just turns into like automatic cheese.
Okay.
And yeah, there was a cop who was investigating the underground fighting ring, and her case got closed, but she decided to investigate it anyways.
Wow.
Oh, it was
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. 5 out of 5.
Sounds like something you would love.
It was.
You know, speaking of
really
Keanu, did you guys ever end up seeing 47 Ronin?
No.
I did.
Oh boy.
I saw it.
How
Saw
was
full
that?
price.
Oh no!
I love that movie like I love Tokyo Drift.
Okay. Oh, so you acknowledge Tokyo Drift? is a bad
I
movie.
acknowledge Tokyo Drift is a stupid movie,
Okay.
but is also the best movie ever made.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you have that, okay.
Yeah, and 47 Ronin is just so dumb. Think of like all of the melodrama of The Last Samurai,
Yeah.
but with like the dumbest plot.
So they're being really serious about
Really dumb
okay.
things.
All right. Well,
Keanu Reeves is a half-breed. But a half-breed of what? Human and what?
A
Can you
demon-
guess?
a demon.
Yes. Of some sort? Yes.
a
You are
demon
correct.
Of Oni.
Of Tengu.
Oh boy.
He needs to go to the Tengu forest.
Really?
Yeah. It's stupid. It's also great. I also, before my clavicle, I finished Dead Space 3. Or I started and finished Dead Space 3.
How was that?
That game is not at all what the first game is.
Get-
It is no longer a survival horror game.
It's a Gears of War.
It is a Gears of War with jump scares.
Ooh.
It stays tried and true to what made Dead Space popular, which is the dismemberment and the weapons. In this one, they allow for a lot of customization. So you build your weapons from the ground up.
Right.
So you pick a frame and you pick a stock, and you can pick different barrels that do different things.
This is EA, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are they putting battlefield mechanics into
Yeah,
this?
I don't know. It's weird. And you only have 2 weapon slots in this game, But
Oh.
each weapon can have a alt fire mode and a regular fire mode.
Alt and regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like my one ultimate go-to weapon was this really heavy shotgun with like acid bullets. Acid bullets. And the alt fire was a force pulse, so that it could push people who were too close away from me, and then I can get the full spread damage of the shotgun. And then there was another one that was it was an arc lightning gun, and the alt fire was a like a table saw blade,
Okay.
just floating in midair that cut people.
Oh, like in front of you.
Yeah, like in front of me.
Huh.
Yeah. And so you can make up like weird creations. Like I gave my arc gun fire damage, so it did like lightning damage, but also burn them afterwards. It was weird.
Interesting.
But yeah, it wraps up the Dead Space franchise.
Forever.
No.
Okay.
They're a AAA company. Like if there was a post credits thing.
Yeah.
Where you just hear the main character's voice and you're like, oh man.
Okay.
It would have been a really nice way to wrap it up, but things get very very dramatic and very massive in scale at the end of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a lot of the fireworks. A lot of the areas are set up for multiplayer because there's a big co-op portion to that game, and it's weird. Like you always have this one guy, Carver. He's like just this military grunt that's supposed to be along with you, and when he's not there, certain scenes seem awkward. It's like, why don't there's a lot of scenes where you're both there, and he's like, oh, I'll just find a different route. But when you look around, there's only one door.
Oh.
And he just disappears, and it's just stuff like that. It was okay. It's not what I initially loved the Dead Space series for, but what they turned it into, they successfully turned it into like a big budget action game.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also I've been playing Hearthstone. I got into Hearthstone
on your PC.
On my PC because I wanted to play something, and before I could use a controller, and I was like, oh, I can play Hearthstone with one hand.
How's that been going?
It's actually been surprisingly addicting.
It's because they're fast.
It's because it's very fast. Certain hero powers are way more useful than others. Lately, I've been using the druid.
A lot of people tell me they use the druid.
The druid's fun because he's what I like. Even in Magic, he ramps up and then he just drops bombs and drops like huge people. And he's the only class with mana ramps or mana crystal ramp spells. Yeah. And it just if I get like the God Hand and I'm like 2 crystals a turn ahead of my opponent, sometimes it's kind of a blowout. But at low ranks, I can really see how they can get you to pay money because getting coins to go back into the arena takes a long time. You get 10 gold per win, I'll say. And then there's like daily challenges where you get 40, and you think you need at least 150 to get into the arena, or 125, and that's like the draft mode. But all I want to do is play the draft mode.
Well, of course they make that most compelling.
I know, right? It's just a lot of fun. Just like sometimes you can like in Real Draw. Like sometimes you can just draw the poops, and sometimes you can go.
Yeah, I think the rhythm of that game is if you could just do your dailies every day.
Yeah,
and then just do the arena once a day. Yeah, should be good.
That's what it seems like. But the gameplay, because you can't play any cards on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Other than like cards you set up like secrets.
Yeah.
I felt on my turn when people are just wasting time to waste time.
Yeah.
Or like I've ran into a couple people on ranked play who will try and purposely scam the timer. One guy, what he did is that he played a spell that had a mode. And it while he was casting it, he just didn't pick a mode, and he just left. Oh. And then after a while, the you know how like at the end of a turn, like a rope will appear, and it'll start saying like you're running out of time for your turn. Yeah. That never appeared.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. So like I was like, no, I'm gonna wait this guy out, and like a half an hour passed, and I was like, you win, close the game, and then restart a new one. And I don't know if that was like actually something that you can do or if it was like a network glitch or whatever. But I never got any network errors, and I think I got a loss for that game.
Damn.
So that's really annoying. But seeing different card combos and different how they work with different classes is fun. I didn't know that all the mythics were like references or just straight up characters from different games and stuff.
All the Blizzard games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like there's a who's the guy that plays Indiana Jones and Han Solo?
Oh, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. I think there's one that's called Harrison Jones.
Oh wow.
And he's an explorer with a hat.
Huh.
Yeah, and they also take like other characters like Illidan from World of Warcraft and stuff as mythics, and they have a lot of references to stuff. They have a card that's Leroy Jenkins from that old viral video.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's got a lot of character, but it's like it's not as deep as Magic, so you're not really. It basically my turn consists of I have to clear your board and then hit you in the face, and then their turn consists of I gotta clear your board and hit you in the face.
Yeah.
And it's really the only strategy in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I don't think I haven't put any money into it yet, and now that I can use both hands, I don't know how much I'm gonna be playing with it anymore. But it was fun while it lasted.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and then I've been playing JoJo.
The fighting game.
Yeah, just unlocking all the characters. It's fun to relive all the story moments, like and do like the dream matches. I'm still confused about this one mode. There's a lot of things that they've left in that you can see how Nickel and Dime, the Japanese version, was. There were certain characters that were restricted from, even if you've unlocked them, you can't use them because there's a mask. There's like, oh, we put an icon here, so that means you can't use them until you somehow change the icon to something else. But in the American version, the icon's already changed. But the info that tells you that they're locked is still in the game.
Oh.
So it's really weird. So it's like hints at like how crappy and how like nickel and dimey or mobile game style the Japanese version was, and it's like, man, I'm so glad that that I'm not paying $1 every time I want to recharge my battery to fight someone.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my 2 weeks pretty much.
Yeah. My week has been I watched new anime. I finally found an anime I want to watch after the end of Build Fighters and Kill la Kill.
Tell me.
It's called Nobunaga the Fool.
Okay, does this have a robot in it?
Uh-huh.
No. Is it Nobunaga, like
you mean from Sengoku era?
From Sengoku era?
Uh-huh.
In a robot.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm downloading this.
Mm-hmm. You want to know who else is in it?
Tell me.
King Arthur.
What?
Do you want to know who else is in it?
Tell me.
His round table.
Like just the table?
And there's people at it. Do you want to know who's at his table?
Just go.
Julius Caesar.
What?
Do you want to know who the main female lead is?
Joan of Arc.
There you go.
Oh, I guessed it!
There you go. Can you guess who builds Nobunaga's mech?
Da Vinci.
There you go.
Oh my god! I'm just pulling all the stereotypes out of my butt. Like all of the most obvious guys.
Yeah.
No, I gotta watch this. Okay.
So the premise is there's two stars, or there's two planets in the solar system. Planet of the East, Planet of the West. Planet of the East is all Japan. All Japan Sengoku era.
Okay.
Planet of the West is all European myths and legends, okay? And it's very, very Final Fantasy-like.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it's like sorta not prehistoric, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spiky hair.
It's like fantasy.
Okay.
It's like part fantasy, part realistic, 100% steampunk.
Okay.
So they have like airships that they use to travel between things.
Planets, okay.
And they have giant mechs for their armies to battle each other.
Wow, cool.
And let me put it this way. Do you guys know who Shoji Kawamori is?
No.
He is the creator of Macross.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, okay? Shoji Kawamori went to Bandai and said, hey, if Macross was mecha and love songs, I'm going to pitch you this other thing called Escaflowne. It is mecha and mysticism.
Alright.
Okay? Whatever. 2 years in production, it stalled. Kawamori had to leave. Someone else had to finish Escaflowne, and that's Escaflowne we got.
Yeah.
Nobunaga the Fool is basically Escaflowne had Kawamori stayed.
Okay.
Okay.
So, in many ways, if you liked Escaflowne, but you would want to know how it was originally envisioned,
This is it.
And I love Escaflowne. So when I saw the Kawamori connection, I was like, huh, I want to check it out. And the mecha look a lot like the Macross Frontier mecha, only with Sengoku armor instead of jet planes. I really like it. It's not like the main character. He's the hot-blooded, brash, but he will lose because he's an idiot.
Oh, okay.
The reason it's called Nobunaga the Fool is because he's Nobunaga
And he's a fool.
and he's referred to as a fool.
Okay.
Right. It's so hard to talk about this. It's something I think you should just try the first 3 episodes. You'll know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
It's got its mix of like fan service and drama and romance and politics and mecha fights and yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah. It hits every genre.
Yep. Some of my friends have been telling me to watch this and one called No Game No Life.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't watched either. So.
Yeah. I mean, even from Escaflowne, it pulls the tarot card thing. Like every episode is based off of a tarot card.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
So.
You know, else has tarot cards that you should watch.
Ooh.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
No, I don't know. That one just doesn't click.
Do it.
But no, that was my week. Blaven, what was your week?
So my week is I played a new card game. I finally jumped into the other, which is the close franchise, Kaijudo.
I thought this was a Japanese.
No, it's them.
Oh, really?
It's their Japanese.
It's their take on a Japanese card game?
No, it's them trying to break Magic more into Japan.
Oh, that's why they call it Kaijudo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this game is very different from Magic, but it has the same premise: 5 colors, and every card you have is mana.
Oh.
So if you have, for example, like if I have a red card in my hand, I can put it down to make red mana. But then it's down,
Interesting.
and then you get to break your opponent's shields and all this kind of stuff. And I kind of like the game. It's cheap to get into. There's some crazy cards, but yeah, I kind of like it. We have like 10. We each had 5 trial decks, and we just tried it. It's been pretty fun, like just battling it.
What's the scene like here at your store?
Very little. No one. Absolutely no one.
I like how you're like no one.
No, and very little. There's just like no one plays at all.
Oh, that's
But
sad.
I think it's more in the U.S. that a lot of people play it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool card game. They have some weird cards, and it has lots of text like Magic, but big anime stuff like Vanguard and stuff. So it's pretty fun mix.
It's full art.
Yeah,
Cards?
most
Nice.
most of them are full art ish. I think the rare ones are full art because you can see underneath the text and whatever.
Oh wow, cool.
The other thing that I've been doing is I finally watched Kill la Kill. So I'm watching it right now. I'm currently on episode 7, and the show's pretty good. The number one thing that I don't like though is just it's really uncomfortable to watch it and somebody walks by and sees it, especially her transformation sequence where she tightens up around her ass. You know, it's like it looks like it's pulling up her, you know what, instead of her bum.
So
It's gotta
your
be.
problem with Kill la Kill is that you're not confident in yourself enough to be watching it.
Yeah, because like it's just weird. I mean, I could have done with all this fan service, like just,
I think that's the point of the show.
I know.
But I think you said you're in episode 7?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're probably in the worst part of the anime right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like it reminds me a lot of old school like Powerpuff Girls type stuff. It's very like
I can see that.
You know what I mean? It's very cartoony,
Yeah.
and the way they fight, it's not very serious,
Mhm.
which I kind of like
It's not very serious.
at all.
No.
Yeah, they cut animation a lot on purpose. Like
Yeah.
it's not like really detailed. They just do like fast swipes and then something
Yeah,
happens.
I really like the teacher. He's like my favorite.
Oh,
character.
yeah, of course.
He's hilarious.
You know his secret?
No,
Okay.
so yeah, I think I'm gonna jump in on when it comes out in August.
Oh, yeah, on the-
Trial Decks. I think I'm
on
gonna
the Weiss
jump
Schwartz
the
stuff?
Weiss Schwartz stuff. I'm gonna jump in on that.
Yeah.
I
I gotta know, who are you more interested in, Satsuki or Matoi?
Matsui, I guess.
Yeah, the main character?
Yeah, but I really like her student council, especially the guy who got blinded.
I mean,
That
the guy
was-
who sewed his
That
eye
episode's
shut.
awesome.
That episode's so sick.
Yeah,
Yo, it's so tropey and I love it.
yeah,
I called out everything as it was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
yeah.
So it's been pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, and I also like Mako a lot.
I think Mako is the lead. Like everybody loves Mako.
She's a fan favorite.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, when she got her Bancho armor, that was the best.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was sick. Other than that, I've been watching the Pro Tour for Magic, and I'm kind of intimidated now to go because I'm
What?
pretty sure I'm gonna do really poorly. But if I make it on coverage, I'll give a shout out to everybody.
Cool.
Everybody in the
Us
club.
first, you know that, right? Doesn't matter who you're sponsored by.
3 years in the basement.
We gotta iron onto his shirt, our
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah,
Over top of this dungeon one.
Over top, yeah.
over top. Yeah, and yeah, that's been most of my week. Just that, watching that and playing a lot of Magic. So
Very cool.
Yep.
Cool.
That's me.
Sweet. And I think that's the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, we finished the show.
Oh, I have a music recommendation again.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here's another one. It's the song is called C2C. Happy.
Wait. How does this one go? I think I know what you're talking about.
No, it was the song it was a song on a dance video I was watching.
Oh.
It's weird. It's like a 4 French DJs, but it's a really cool song. I saw it in a dance video.
Oh, you know this?
What?
No, I don't know.
No, it's not gonna dance.
So yeah, C2C Happy. It's a very good song. I'm listening to it quite a lot right now. And also the video for Love Never Felt So Good by Michael Jackson is out, and it has Justin Timberlake and a bunch of people dancing to the background of all Michael Jackson's old videos. And it's really, really cool video to watch. So I definitely check it out. It's on Vivo right now, so yeah, give it a shout.
It's on Viva.
Yeah.
It's for that copyright.
Did you hear about Twitch getting bought out by YouTube now?
Yeah. That
Crazy.
just broke tonight, yeah.
I know, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Quick
Makes
math.
sense.
Yeah.
Buying out competition.
True.
So hosting all video game coverage in one place
Ooh,
under Google.
twins.
They're like, you only want $1 billion? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, man.
Only-
Instagram got bought for $2 billion.
Let me
you
open
guys?
my wallet.
So yeah, that's been my week. That's my music recommendation too.
All right then. Well, that's the show.
Yep.
I don't know what you can look forward to next week.
Lots of good things.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing more stuff,
Mm-hmm.
talking about more things,
Yeah.
and telling you all about it.
And I think the next time we're going to be thinking about doing Google personal hangouts. We're going to fly out to you and hang out
Oh.
with you.
Whether you invited us or not.
We will impede on your personal life.
Google personal hangouts. I like the sound of this.
What's the Google part of this?
Nothing.
The part is where we sit beside them and they're on their computer, we're on our computer, and we still have the hangout.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's how it's gonna be.
that's how it's gonna be.
That's creepy.
Okay then.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
And we will see you in 1 week's time.
In 1 week's time.
Bye bye.